Congratulations, you graduated from university. Let's fucking go. Welcome to the real world. Debt, depression, and a low-paying job awaits you. You will own nothing and be happy with it. Okay, seriously though, as someone that had no clue what to do with themselves after graduating from uni and fell into a depressing cocktail of rejection emails, loneliness, and trying to use LinkedIn, let me give you some tips of how to avoid the post-uni blues. Let's get into it. Okay, so let me take you down memory lane. Let me tell you about my post-uni experience, if that's what you want to call it. So after finishing uni, I had no, grad job waiting for me. And I tried applying for, entry-level positions, but silly me, I forgot that you need 30 years experience for those. How could I forget? So it didn't take long before I started getting desperate. I started applying for all types of jobs, from like just generic office kind of jobs to literally forklift driver. Like, I was trying to get anything. But no one wanted to take a chance on a young Caucasian man. And it wasn't long until I began, indulging in this cycle of self-loathing, fearing I was a failure, and just a total disappointment to my bloodline. Speaking of bloodline, this is a good time to tell you that today's episode video is brought to you by Ancestry.com. Yeah, not sponsoring this video, bro. What are you talking about? Anyway, let's get into how you can avoid making the same mistakes I did. Okay, so firstly, after you graduate from uni, the one thing you need to make sure you don't do is immediately go onto LinkedIn and start comparing yourself with all the people that have jobs already. This is something I did very often after finishing from uni. Mainly because I would tell myself that I was going on LinkedIn to, find a recruiter that would save my life and give me a job. But really, I was kind of going on there just to see how everyone else had managed to find a work while I was still in my room wearing my pajamas. Because honestly, this is the best way to go absolutely crazy. You will drive yourself up the wall. Because what you gotta realize is that you have your own path in this life, and you gotta realize that your path is your own. You're creating your own story, and right now this is part of your story. It's not gonna be forever, as we know. No state of life is permanent. Things come and go, things fluctuate. So don't get attached to where you are right now, and do not compare yourself to people that you perceive to be in better positions than you, especially when you don't know what stresses they're going through in their life, and especially when you don't know what they did to get into that position. Something that I didn't realize until a bit after is that a lot of the people that were able to get grad jobs, they had connections, they knew people, and of course that wasn't all of them, but a lot of them had connections. Like their parents knew someone, their uncle worked somewhere. Like, I just thought they were just way smarter than me and they could, they just were better than me. But really, we don't always know the full picture. By comparing yourself to all the other people that you now feel like are doing better than you, you're gonna start to create a narrative about yourself and about them. You gotta realize that you might not even want to have a job like them. And you're probably not jealous of like their actual job. You're just jealous of the fact that you don't have a job right now. And that's okay. Just be aware of that. Another thing you want to avoid doing is staying inside all day and just staring at your laptop and scrolling through Indeed and just applying for shit all day, every day. Although it may feel like you're being productive by spending all your time scrolling and looking for jobs, really you're giving yourself a massive headache and just so much stress. What you need to do is just set yourself a bit of time in the morning or whatever time works better for you to do some job searching. But don't make that be the whole point of your day. This is something I done with uni. I just spent months looking for jobs every day, just for hours on end. And it drove me crazy, especially when you put so much effort into something and you don't get the reward that you think you should get. It's gonna drive you crazy. So just take some time, give yourself some time to actually figure out what you want to do. Because I was applying for all these jobs just out of panic. I never wanted to be a fucking forklift driver. I never wanted to just work a basic office job, but I was just so desperate to not feel like a failure that I was applying for all this shit out of just fear. And since you have so much free time, it's a good idea to make use of this free time. Like, try and learn a new skill. Try and find out things that you're actually interested in. Maybe find out if the career that you think you want to do is even meant for you. Talk to some people that are in the positions that you want to be in and, see what their perspective is. If it's something that you even want to do, for example. Like, use this time, to gather some more information. And I can't lie, now that I think back, like, this time of being unemployed, it wasn't all that bad, because this may be one of the only last times in your life where you're gonna have some freedom, where you don't have to ask someone to take time on holiday or ask someone to go, down the road and do something, like, because this might be the last taste of freedom you have before you're just another wage slave, so make sure you use it. And lastly, you don't want to waste time just dwelling on, things you should have done, things you should have said, like lectures you should have went to, but you were too busy smoking weed, all that kind of shit. Sitting in your room whining and complaining about all the things you wish you did is not going to change anything. What's happened has happened. All you can do now is make use of the time you have now to make sure your future is better. That's all you can do. What happened, happened. Move on and try and learn from your mistakes. Alright guys, that's the video. Hopefully you found this helpful. I hope you feel a bit better about yourself right now. You know, your life is not over, don't worry. This is a very natural part of, you know, the post-uni experience. I would say, you know, try and enjoy your time right now. You're still young, you've just finished uni, congratulations again. I want you to know that, you know, life is not over just because you haven't found a job yet. It will come in time. Use your time now to develop some skills, find out what you actually want to do with your life, and put your energy into that, okay? Hopefully you enjoyed that, and if you did, feel free to, you know, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it, and I'll speak to you later. All right, see ya.
Are you seriously watching Pierce all by yourself again? Well, you might as well subscribe then.